Good afternoon, Soul Tribe. Tracy here with Sweet Spot e-magazine. Thank you so very much for the likes, shares, views, subscribes, the comments, the generous donations, super thanks, super chats, hypes, everything. I appreciate it all. We're going to go ahead and ring the bell. Let's clear out this energy, and then we're going to see what the message the Spirit has for us this afternoon. Hey, the bear. Hey, K Hypsee. How are y'all? Hey, Galactic Goddess. Someone was playing a game not with you. Hola, Marcia. Buenas tardes. Not with you, but on you. They thought that they was going to be funny behind the scenes. You know, like, you'll never know. Well, what are they going to say? They can't prove it was me. That's what somebody was saying. Hey, Noni. Someone thought that they was going to play a game and they was going to win. You were going to lose and you wouldn't even know that they were playing a game. Not with you, but on you. Hey, Lightworker William. Bottom of the deck. Willing release. See, somebody thought that you were like it was easy for them to rope you in, to when they started playing this game, like you was just gonna be like, who's playing with me? Who's doing all of this? And you was just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna find out. But they didn't know that you already knew, and furthermore, you didn't care because you already saw who they were a while back. This person did not shock you. It didn't shock the fact that, you knew some fuck shit was happening in the background and you already knew who it was that did it. Hey, Red Violet. Hey, Young Heliums. Hey, Malcolm, how are you? Hey, Bragsy. Like I said, you have already let it go. Whatever it was in the past that somebody can't let it go. You let it go. You've gone on with your life. But somebody else, they can't let it go. But see now, them thinking that they was going to play this little game with you, on you, and like you was going to be some type of willing participant. All they did was wake up a sleeping lion. That was it. See, this person, they couldn't stand you. They can't stand you because when they see you, they see royalty, something that they wish that they were, something that these qualities, these great qualities about you that they wish that they had. And see, one of your qualities of being royalty is you also have the spirit of gratitude. You're grateful for everything because you worked hard to obtain whatever those things are, that you're grateful for everything that you have. And you also lead your life with purpose. You also know what you're here to do. And playing these little kitty games with them is not it. In fact, you'll take it a step further and let these people know that you don't ever have time to play. Not no little childish games. And not with them. See, somebody thought that they was going to do some type of earth magic to try and keep you stuck. to try and keep you in a certain position where you could go no further. Like they was going to be able to control the outcome of your life. But see, they didn't realize that there was somebody else that held you in high esteem, like a certain sacred reference. And that person, not only did that person hold you in high esteem, but that person also had a big love for you. They had a lot of respect for you. They held you and hold you in high honor because you're not here to play with anybody, least of all some little kiddie games. But somebody thought that they was going to do something, and you know what? You, in your royal fashion, you said, hey, it is what it is. I can handle whatever it is. It's no problem. It ain't no sweat off my nose. Don't worry about it. It ain't no sweat off my back. It is what it is. And in fact, let's keep it just like this. Because you already knew that what comes around also has a way of going right back around. Hey, Kristen. And now this person, they feel like they need to heal their heart. Because now it's starting to fuck them up about this game that they thought they was going to play on you. And like you didn't even know that there was a game being played, because had you known, you would have had to let this person know, I don't play checkers, I play chess. I don't play, in fact, I don't even play regular chess. I play the hard shit, the Chinese chess. But you already saw this person and you already knew about this person. But what it is that this person didn't know was about you. Your body, your soul. This person did not know about you and what you was able to bring to the table, what you was able to see, what you was able to feel. Hey, High Priestess. See, you have a gift. Not only can you feel energy, you see energy, you see auras, you read energy. You have a gift that this person doesn't have. And that automatically puts them at a disadvantage. Not just one disadvantage, several disadvantages. And so now this person is in their emotions, all in their emotions, feeling like they're left out to sea without a life raft, without an anchor to anchor them down, just like they wanted you to be. This person is the only one that's in that matrix still, because you've graduated so long before. And now this person is waking up this morning, today, and they're seeing that you are not regular schmegular like they were used to. You're beyond ordinary. In fact, you're extraordinary. Your gifts are now shining through. This person is now able to see your gifts, at least that light within you. Now they're starting to see that they should not have fucked with you. K Hyphy, thank you so very much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. You know, now it's almost like a burst of magic that something something was they able to shine, that this person was actually able to see. And with this roses kiss, how they was smiling in your face, trying to stab you behind your back. Oh my gosh, they never knew that they were the ones that was going to be stuck by those thorns. Somebody is wishing upon a star now, wishing that they had never tried to fuck around with you, never tried to screw you over, never tried to get at you. But see, they are the ones who started it. And those roots of abundance is showing who it belongs to. Let me put her out in the garage. Go, girl. Go to the garage. See, they started it, and they can't get away from it because everybody can see, everybody knows who started this bullshit. Everybody, they don't even have to put two and two together. All they got to do is look at that person. And you already seeing beyond that whole situation. Because you know what? One thing about you that you have awakened to a long time ago is that when God directs your steps to have to be around somebody who thinks that they're going to play in your energy and play with you, it's not that it's time for you to go. It's time for that person to go. It's time for them to leave. It's time for them to be found out. It's time for them to be seen. It's time for everyone to understand who they are. It's time for everyone to finally see and respect who you are. This is what this person didn't realize, but they realizing it now when it's too late. And see, somebody that they was talking to heard them but didn't hear, saw them but refused to see, and thought that they was going to have a stick in the game, a shot at you too. But now their ears are wide open because you said something to this person to let them know they fucked up. And at first they didn't hear it, but then when they sat back and they started thinking and they started contemplating and they started reminiscing and ruminating, they said, oh shit, I fucked up. Hey, still standing. Yes, it's me. See, you were like the call of the muse. People, they gravitate to you when it's time for them to have to suffer the consequences of their own actions. You are like that magnet. They can't resist you even if they try. And it's like what you bring in the darkness. You bring in the negativity. You bring in the people that have been following these demonic forces, and you're the one who God brought in to shut the shit down. So somebody thought that they was going to tell this big ass lie on you. That they was going to expand and expound and really get it juicy. So everybody was waiting to hear like, oh, what else happened? What else happened? What? Oh my gosh. You got to be kidding me. Oh, I thought Collective was like that. Something told me Collective was like that. But now everybody was seeing that person was just a motherfucking lie. They thought that lie was going to bear fruit. And maybe it started to sprout a little bit, but that was just to collect the collateral damage. That was just to get everybody else who had been working with this fool, this liar, this miscreant, this karma attractor, just to get them in close enough to that snare, to that net, so that they could be snatched the fuck up too. Now, these people are feeling the world, the weight of the world on their shoulders. Now they're wondering why they even thought that they could cross this bridge. Because everything, all of it, is being exposed and revealed. All of it. That cute little game that they were playing. Just like Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. Well, that Humpty Dumpty egg was broken open too. And everybody could see exactly who they were from the inside to the outside. And they saw that yolk on the inside, theirs was running. And that little shell, that little thin little shell, you could go like this, tink, and it would crack. That's why they had a problem with you. Their shell wasn't thick enough. That yolk wasn't strong enough. See, they're sitting here trying to think, getting a hammer, think, and your shell still ain't cracking. Your yolk is still standing. And now the investigation starts with them, not you. Because what you did, what you said, where you went, who you spoke to, your next move, baby, and your only move, that was the most powerful move. That's when everybody started saying, oh, fuck. We fucked up listening to a liar. Then everybody want to come and kiss your ass. They want to gather around you. They want to sit here and talk about, oh yes, we didn't see all the glory in you. That we didn't see all of this about you. But you know what? It's okay. It's all right. You ain't got to kiss my ass. In fact, I prefer that you don't, because I just washed it and I don't need no extra moisture back there, because I put on my shea butter. And God saw everything. So there's nothing that you need to do. Like I said, God allowed the fuckery to go on just a little bit longer, so God knew who to capture when it was time to reach out. Because they all know that birds of a feather will flock together. And so all of those birds was caught. They say one in the hand beats two in the bush. Oh, well, it's funny because God had about 5 or 6 or 7 birds and caught them all at the same damn time. Hey, Deborah. Now everybody's trying to quiet their mind. And then they're trying to gather together because they want to all come together and get the same story. We all have to have the same story. We all have to be on one accord. We all got to be able to sing the same song so it makes it look believable against the collective. We all got to gather around. We all got to say the same. Okay, so let's practice this again. Somebody's off key. No. Let's start again. And no, you fucking up this time. Let's start again. And no matter how much they practice, it's not ever gonna work. It's never gonna work. Because you alone, I shouldn't say alone. You and God alone. That's all you needed, was God on your side so that y'all could be in perfect harmony. You ain't have to try and come up with no grand symphony. Y'all was already in perfect harmony. So you didn't have to practice. Hell, you sing in the shower. That's all the practice that you needed. Sometimes you sing in your car, whenever you feel like there's a couple of extra tunes that you need to get straight. But you didn't really need all that damn practice. All because they was trying to, and not practice, we're going to call it what it really is, conspire against you. So now they come with this story, and they trying to make it sound so great and full, like, we love the collective. We just wanted we want to see them. We want to see them succeed. We want to see them shine. And it sounds great until somebody asks them, okay, well, let's go back into time and let's revisit what was said here and what was done there and what you said here and what collective did here and collective said here and then this and that and the other. So you see, they don't want to go back into time because then they can't answer because they fucking forget. Sia, thank you so very much. I appreciate your love. They fucking forget. So it's like you did all that practicing for what? And everybody knows it was just that smoke and mirrors. You did all that lying, all that conspiring, all that practicing for what? To still fail? You still playing checkers? Hey, Mike Taylor News. You're still playing checkers when collective is playing Chinese chess. Y'all ain't even playing the same fucking game. In fact, collective didn't even really know that collective was even playing the game. They came up with some grand story. Like they had to get the pen and the pad, go into the lab and write out the rap that they was going to, present it to everybody. Yeah. And then they're sitting here really understanding that they just really need to take a deep breath. Not just that deep breath of, we finally worked through it. Whew, that was close. No. They needed to take a deep breath because they really don't know what the fuck is going to happen. They thinking of all the possibilities. Well, it could be this. It could be that. It could be this or that. Oh, damn, I hope it ain't this. I hope it ain't that. But everybody's going to really know in the end. Because they all wanted to be so close together. All those birds that flock together. They all going to be in that same cage. Because they wanted to have those close encounters. They all in that same cage. I just heard, come out, wherever you are. See, that's somebody, that is spirit saying, come on out. You thought that you was going to hide? You thought that you was going to run? See, somebody's really, it's like everything dawned on them whenever you said whatever it was that you said. Because then that let them know You wasn't no dumb slouch at all. You a genius for real. Then let them know that you had been paying attention, listening to everything that they was saying, whether they said it or just through the actions. That's when somebody realized you was not ordinary. That's when they realized you've been here before. This wasn't your first rodeo. Hey, Addie, how are you? This wasn't your first rodeo. And it's not going to be your last. So no matter what kind of bullshit that they was talking about, we wanted to see collective succeed. Yeah. Save that drama for your own mama. What's the message, Spirit? Thought I saw something flip. Maybe not. Yeah, they thought that they had you. They did. They did have you. They had you fucked up. That's what they had. What's the message, Spirit? Yeah. And they planted these seeds and the roots grew big. They can't tear this tree out that they planted if they wanted to. And they so upset at themselves because that big old story that they tell, everybody see the smoke and the mirrors. Everybody see through it. Everybody know it is nothing but a fucking lie. Everybody knows it's nothing but a lie. Everybody knows that they tried to play a game with you only to get played in the end. By who? By you. Boop, boop, be do. So now how they feel? Stupid. They don't feel so smart. They don't feel so strong. They don't feel like we are the champions, my friend. And we'll keep on fighting till the end. Or whatever. Y'all know I can't sing. And you know I don't know the words of the songs. But that's what I knew. That's what they was feeling like. They the champions. They celebrated way too soon. They should have been praying instead of celebrating. Hey, Angel Light Tarot, how are you? They should have been praying instead of celebrating. They should have been praying that God showed them the right way, because God would have said, you better back up off this one. Because y'all ain't got a good track record at all. That's the whole thing. If you know that you out there doing wrong, doing dirty, but you still feel like you can push the envelope, yeah. That's whenever you start really bearing fruit. Look at how thick those tree roots are. All that bullshit that they was doing, that shit is bearing fruit. I mean, those big roots. You know? And they should have, what they should have done was understand that you have a gift and you can see through any and every lie. If it ain't the truth, you already saw it. You already knew it. You felt it in your heart. What's the message, Spirit? But some people want to play. Like I said, you and Spirit are already in perfect harmony. There was nothing to play with. They should have went and played with their own kids as opposed to trying to play with you. They should have, went down to the neighborhood gym and tried to see who want to play a good game of basketball or pickleball or football or whatever ball. But now they want to act like they want to heal their heart. Isn't that sweet? Isn't that precious? Isn't that precious? Good luck. And you will be able to heal that. They will be able to heal that heart right after karma's finished. And we know karma don't play. See, now these people are wishing upon a star that they had never, ever crossed that fucking line with you. Because they see a whole new side to you. At first, you was kind, you was cordial, you even said some jokes. Hey, what did one math book say to the other math book whenever the one math book was trying to tell them, about their woes? The other math book said, man, miss me with that. I got enough of my own damn problems. They should have left you right there when everything was light and lovely and you was getting along with everybody. But once they crossed that motherfucking line, oh, it's a whole new you. It's a whole new you. It's like there's a burst of magic. Somebody that came up out this flower that they didn't even recognize. Now you're the one with the roses kissed. Now you're the one with the thorns. And you making sure that them thorns get everybody. Like I said, they wasn't used to this. They should have looked at you and saw that you was not a regular specular. You ain't got time to play. And even if you did, you're going to play with some kids, not some adult kids. You're going to play with some children, not some adult children. But that's all on them. They want their ass kicked. You're not doing it. But karma, your cousin, your number one ace boon coon, oh, she got time. She got all the time. She said, I ain't got to be nowhere today. Bottom of the deck, that strength. That's what they didn't think that you had. Everybody thought that you was weak. And they thought that they was the strong ones. They thought they was going to come up after you. They thought that they was getting ready to destroy your money. They thought that they was getting ready to destroy everything that you had built. And you could have been working with somebody or been around somebody for a while, but somebody was the leader. Somebody had been doing this for a long time too. And like I said, they celebrated. They celebrated a little too soon. They even got somebody else involved, and this person was the newbie on the block. This person didn't have all the facts at all. They thought that they was going to get you fired. They thought that they was going to mess you up. That's what they thought. They thought that they was going to come and whoop your ass. And they thought that until karma showed up. Now, everything is torn down. Everything that they believed in was going to happen to you, it's not going to happen to you. Because they didn't know you was the Empress. Now everybody want to come and they want to apologize. Oh, please, 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 I humbly apologize to you. I didn't know what I was doing. In fact, I'm going to say that I had lost my mind. I'm going to say that, yes, I was acting like a fool. Yes, you was definitely acting like a fool. Not just a regular fool. A fool's fool. But like they say, sometimes you got to play the fool to fool the fool who think they fooling you. Somebody realized they was played for a fool. Now somebody wants to come and they want to give you a gift. They want to invite you somewhere so that they can try and heal this little rift. Yeah, I didn't really want to try and get you fired or keep you stuck or do all this stupid shit. I'm not that type of a person. But you experienced and you knew when there was some shots fired. You knew it. You felt it. Like I said, you had been through it before, and you knew they was trying to tear your stability down, but they was trying to do it in the most sneakiest of ways. And with collective, we say, come correct. You ain't got to sneak around. You ain't got to hide in the motherfucking shadows. That's a wimp. That's a weak, willy wizard wimp. That's a weasel. If you're going to come correct. But one thing we're going to let you know, if we didn't send for you, definitely don't come for us. And we ain't sent for nobody. We ain't sent for nobody. Hey, E-Angel, Bostic, how are you? Had we sent for them, it'd have been totally different. Because, see, we don't have to hide in the shadows. We ain't got to, I'm going to sneak around and shh, it's going to be me. They're not going to see it. No, if we coming for you, we letting you know. Yo, guess what we doing? Guess what time it is today? Meet me out in the courtyard, bitch. Meet me out in the courtyard. Make sure you take your jewelry off, take them glasses off, take that wig off, whatever else, kick them shoes off, whatever. Put some Vaseline on, because we about to get down today. We ain't going to sit here and try and sneak and conspire a whole group. We come in mano y mano. See, what they planned was, they had planned to fuck with your job, to fuck, the plan was to make it seem like, the company, you was just not worthy of the company and the company, or worthy of these gifts, or worthy of a promotion or something like that. And so that you would just always be left out in the cold. That's what the plan was. But that shit ain't happening. Now they got to lay them swords down. In fact, don't nobody want to talk about no shit now. And now they want to apologize because the fish didn't come all the way out the cup, and you see that shit, and they know that Karma is sitting here waiting at the motherfucking door. She done put Vaseline all over, she stretched out and shit like that. She, doing her flexes and her bends and her high kicks and shit like that. She doing her Tai Chi poses, and she getting ready for that ass. Because she like, I've been wanting this ass for a motherfucking while. Because like I said, you wasn't the first one, baby. But she making sure you damn sure gonna be the last one. Because see, somebody done built up enough karma for themselves. They need to be put under. That shit that go around is coming right back around, and it's gonna be heard all over the motherfucking town. You're going forward regardless. Because this wasn't even where you were supposed to stay. This was just a stop. This was a stop, a layover to get this crew. The crew that like to throw a rock and hide their hand. That's all that was. Now they feel like they need to protect themselves because they was trying to use some chaos. Oh my God, I gotta protect myself because this person is out of control. Oh my gosh. And what we didn't know that her and Karma or him and Karma was like this. Oh my gosh, help, help, help. And the leader, the boss, the whoever, like, what the fuck you calling me for? What the fuck are you calling me for? This some shit that you did. I ain't even know you was doing this shit. Had I knew you was doing this shit, I would have told you leave that shit alone. See, y'all was conspiring and doing this shit underneath the moon. Y'all was trying to do some shit behind closed doors. Y'all was trying to be a secret enemy. Investing your time and your resources into doing some secretive shit. So let me Come here, come here, come here, Corey. Come here, come up here, come up here. Let me introduce you to Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is going to be a teacher for you today to teach you about the word integrity, honesty, and being upfront with your shit. Come here, get closer. Get closer, because see that sword? That's the sword of truth. See, now somebody, they witnessing all that shit that was expected to happen to you with that wheel of fortune. They witnessing that wheel coming, turning in your favor and turning out of their favor. Because one thing they did not know, let me tell you this, pimpin'. You was trying to fuck around with a fucking earth angel. You was trying to make sure that the earth angel didn't get equal give and take. You know what I'm saying? Oh, y'all fucked up. Trying to mess with somebody's happiness. The fuck? They was expecting you to come back and to be like offering all types of treats and snacks and trying to make up to them and being like, wait a minute, I see a spot on your butt I didn't kiss. Hold on, let me get that spot too. No, that's not you. That ain't never been you, and that won't ever be you. Now they want to throw their ass up in the air. You might kick it, but you never gonna kiss it. They was doing all this old raw dog sneaky shit. You know, because somebody had a really thin shell and you know you looked at the shell too hard and it started to crack and it was like oh, they cracked my shell. I'm going to get back at them if that's the last thing I ever do. You never look at me that hard that you gonna crack my shell. Ah! Somebody thought that they was a kitchen witch and they was like, I'm gonna break this bitch's heart. I'm gonna make them pay. I'm gonna bring them to their knees. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this and that. Only to find out the manager's manager and then the manager have been looking at this person for a long ass time, and they was on the same. They was thinking the same thing on the same page, wishing for the same motherfucking day to come that they could sit here and say, "We caught you, bitch. Caught your dirty, stinky, raunchy ass. All these games that you done played." Oh, that shit. Because you feeling a certain way, come from motherfucking Nation. Because you feeling a certain way. See, you didn't think the shit was going to work out like that. And see somebody worrying about, oh, that shit I was talking, all that gossip, all those rumors, all those lies. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Like, well, how much do they know? Everything, you dirty ass bitch. Every part of it. They didn't know that you was going to get your wish fulfillment because they did not know that you was the chosen one. You was the chosen one. You God's favorite child. You was sent here on a mission for a purpose. And like I said, this wasn't your forever spot. This was just a little layover to get them in control, under control. You walk alone. You've always been walking alone. You've always been doing your thing, your fizzle. And see, they thought that they was going to get you in a position where you needed them. Oh, you wasn't going to be able to get out of this. You'll never get out of this. Well, guess what? The truth will set you free. And guess who is free today? Collective. And guess who's happy? God. And guess what else has happened? Some shit came to a fucking end. And then they're the ones who's in regret for fucking with you. Hey, onion, how are you? Hey, Angelique, how are you? See, they thought that they could play you. They thought that they could turn your whole life upside down, not knowing that, baby, you more than spiritual. You the one that other earth angels turn to for consultation, okay? You got the game and gone with it. You had already did your little spiritual investigation. You already knew who the culprits were. And you had already called judgment on the situation. You was protecting yourself and pointing out the weapon of choice. Now that you've done your thing, it's time for you to leave. Because like I said, the truth had set you free. You know, you the one who is victorious in all of this. All of it. And these motherfuckers are sitting here stuck on stupid, still trying to figure out, how did collective do this? How did collective know? Damn, now they being enlightened. Like, damn. How did that shit ever happen like that? See, shit didn't happen the way they thought it happened. They thought it was going to happen. Shit happened the way it was supposed to happen. And it was time for them to sit their asses down. Confirmation. Now somebody ain't got shit else to say. They ain't got shit to say now. They don't want to talk about nothing. They feel like they done talked enough. They done said enough. You done peeped enough game. They said, you know what? Let's not say anything else. Now they want to be like, okay, all right, well, I guess I'm done playing the game. No, you not, motherfuckers. No, you not. You started this shit, and I'm going to end this shit. Just like you picking a fight with a gorilla, you don't stop when you get tired. You stop when that silverback gorilla get tired. Hey, Carla, how are you, baby? Somebody thought that they had you pinned. No, what they had was you fucked up. That's what it was. And now, since they had you fucked up, they get to be fucked up too. Hello, Noni. Yeah. Something about work. Something about work. And people are starting to see about this little witch. Thought that she was really doing something. She was doing something. Signing her own death certificate. That's what she was doing. That's exactly what she was doing. You know, it's like, yeah, somebody now they hoping that you can come back in. They hoping that they can make amends with you. You know, they hoping that when you come back, you're gonna be just as sweet and kind. Sure will, just as long as those motherfuckers ain't got their names. If they got their names, first, middle, last name, social security number, date of birth, address, telephone number, mama and daddy's name, grandparents' name on both sides, wear the same size shoe and same size clothes. No, we ain't being nice to them motherfuckers at all. We ain't forgot about none of that shit. None of it that they was trying to do to us. It's just that they got fucked up when the shit didn't work. Now they starting to see, oh, damn, that shit did not work. And they thought they was going to be so happy, they're confused. How you walk away with the cups, the happiness. how you got it. You know, they're confused why God chose you to be that karma, that the one who called. Hey, hey, Karma. Yeah, it's me, Collective. Let me give you this address. She's like, I know where y'all at. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. 2122 Boogie Woogie Avenue. I'm already there. I'm downstairs. Okay. What's the message, Spirit? What's the message? Mm-hmm. Now they want to come up with some type of they want to send some type of message. You know, hey, can we talk? Hey, J Mike. I just want to I want to apologize. You know, that was not planned at all. Yeah, that wasn't planned at all for you to be stressed out at the company, you know. No, that wasn't planned. In fact, you know, I know that you thought that it was a wish fulfillment to send out, you know, all these shots at you and shit like that, but no, that was accidental. The gun accidentally discharged on its own 8 fucking times in a row. That's what that was. You trust and believe me, don't you? Oh, of course. Of course. Absolutely. Hands down. And you're going to trust and believe me when I say karma going to get that ass. You trust and believe me, don't you? What's the message, Spirit? Yes, karma is a real deal. Exactly. Yes. Hey, Hypsee. How are you today? Yeah, I'm telling you. And see, I told you the big boss. This is concerning because this ain't, like I said, this ain't the first time he or she didn't heard about somebody trying to stress somebody else out. Like I said, there was an investigation done. There was an ongoing investigation. Okay, ongoing investigation. Now, these smoke and mirror motherfuckers, the ones sitting there telling the tall tale, they didn't know it. And it wasn't for them to know. Because trust and believe, they was just the same one that they thought that the same company they thought that it was time for you to leave was the same company was like, we just waiting for this right time. Okay? Something about there's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. B.I. There's a whole lot of money in this motherfucker. That's the song I'm hearing. Yep. And that whole apology, that whole everything going back around, and somebody want to apologize for their bad behavior. Keep that apology. Keep it, please. You're going to need it. You're going to need it for your family. You're going to need it for your other people that was actually depending on you. That's who you're going to need it for. So keep it. Trying to cut somebody else out. See, what they didn't see was who you were. What they didn't know was, baby, God loves you because you on your purpose. And they was trying to get you all caught up with these vicious rumors and lies. That's what they didn't see. That's exactly what they didn't see. I sure do hate it for them, though. I sure do hate it. See, Some people, it takes them a long time to realize that, you know what, you just need to leave people the fuck alone. If somebody ain't trying to fuck with you, don't be trying to fuck around with them, especially when it comes to their stability. Don't be trying to sit there and purposely fuck with somebody in their stability. See, this person is upset because they didn't know that they was under investigation. They had no fucking clue that they was under investigation. Now they know, especially since they've been caught up. Hell, this person may have to go to jail. They had to be, they may be in spiritual jail, but they shocked. Now everybody seeing that they out in the cold, and everybody know why they was out in the cold, because they wouldn't stop trying to fuck around with you. Not just you the last one, but you wasn't by far the first one. Hey, Ms. Mahogany Drag. Yeah. You know, like I said, when spiritual police came and picked this motherfucker up, everything around the workplace or wherever this was seemed to calm down. And like I said, these fools, they all celebrated a little bit too soon. They celebrated too soon. But oh well, you like it. We love it. We don't ever have a problem watching karma kick somebody's ass up and down the street. We just be sitting there with our popcorn watching them. Ooh. Run! Get up! Karma, you ain't had to hit him that hard, girl. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. But do what you gotta do, girl. Love you, girl. Ooh, here that go again. Ooh, she got him again. Damn. Ooh. Next time you're gonna know to cut your hair so she can't grab it like that and drag your ass through the street, huh? You gonna know next time, huh? Oh, you said there's not gonna be a next time? Well, that's too bad. See. Hey, House OM82 82. How are you? Say. They didn't look that far in advance, did they? They was just looking at what was going to happen to you, how they wanted you to end up, what they wanted to see you go through. That was it. Not knowing that they was under investigation. Ooh, I hate that for them. And that shit was going to be coming to an end. And guess what? They want to try and protect themselves. They can't even protect themselves. There's no protection for them. Now they want to, oh, like I said, I'm sorry. It's like the devil made me do it. I don't know why. I was trying to restrict that person and not give to that person equally. I don't know what I was going to, this and that and the other. But somebody was like, yeah, all these little tricks that you played, how you thought that you was going to be able to control somebody else's life, what they did and what they didn't do. And then for that person, you wanted that person to leave and leave with a broken fucking heart, not knowing that this person was big enough and yield a sword. Them swords can cut them damn sticks. Okay? Somebody came up against the right one and the wrong one, all wrapped up in the same motherfucker. Because this one got on some the armor. And these people just out here in some shorts and shoes waving some sticks around. Who you think is going to win? Who you think is going to win? The one who's in the armor of God? Or the regular schmegular motherfuckers? Hey, Bethany. How are you, sweetie? It definitely ain't the regular schmegulars. See, they didn't know that you was an empress. And you was there for a purpose, to help the emperor. Now you know. Yeah, And they thought they was going ready to fuck some shit up with you. Like you was never gonna know what happened. You knew. You knew you're a whole earth angel. You not only are you you know, you got the clairs, the clairaudience, clairvoyant, clairsentient, clair, but you're a whole earth angel. How dare them come up after an earth angel? Now they understand that they fucked up. Somebody didn't think something all the way through. And they wondered if everybody saw everything. Yeah, we all saw it. It's all over the fucking news. Shit. We didn't call the news channels before. When we found out Karma was downstairs, we called channel 2, 4, 5, 9, 11, 13, 30, 42, 45, 60, 62, 78, 80, 99, and 112. And we was like, y'all better hurry up and get here quick. Karma downstairs. She on her way up. She taking the express elevator. Hurry up. Now, she not going to do nothing in the building. Just be down at the street. What's the message? What's the message? They got down in the street and it was like, damn, what the news here for? Weird, ain't it? See, they're not going to be able to recover from this. They are not going to be able to recover for trying to come up against you. This was a definite no. Trying to come up against the Empress. This was a definite no. They should have did their fucking homework. You know? I hope they got on clean drawers for whenever they get to the hospital. See, not only are you getting your wish fulfillment, but everybody else is happy too that them motherfuckers is gone. But they didn't want to sit there and be like cheering out in public until after Karma was dragging them off to the hospital. And she didn't let them ride in the ambulance. Like I said, she dragged them off to the hospital. Okay? So they can hit their head on every rock, bump, every speed bump, every pothole. So whenever they got to the hospital, after the whole ICU and even step down unit in the ICU, and then they waking up from the coma a few days later, they're going to remember that shit. They're going to remember all that shit. She ain't got time to play. Okay? Because see, somebody realized that, you know what? You was here sent from God, and it was your duty to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the motherfucking truth. So help you, God. And God said, I got you. What else? Let's get from another deck. Yeah. They just did not know. Well, now you know. Now you know. Bottom of the deck. Told you. Spiritual jail. They all caught up. What's that song? It's an old song. I'm all shook up. Who sing that? Elvis Presley or something? I'm all shook up. That's how they feel right now. All shook up. Yeah. Because they was waiting on to hear news about you. They was waiting to hear news about how you gave up and how you left. You just went on about your business because you said, I can't take this no more. You know, like they was coming after you, as kind, as gentle, and as sweet as you are, as helpful as you are. They knew they wanted to try and take you down because your light irritated their demon. But now all of that shit has come to an end, and judgment been called on their asses. Especially, like I said, there was a couple of people that was working together. They thought they was coming after your prize, after your gifts, after your promotion or whatever else was promised to you. They thought that they was going to be able to get that, but now they understand and know you spoke your truth and you stood up for yourself. That's one thing you do not have a problem doing. is speaking up, especially when it come down to your money. Ooh. See, they didn't really. Let's see, are we spent? Okay, I think we back again. They didn't know you was a whole star. But now they starting to recognize and realize, and now it's good that they see they became enlightened that you a whole empress, not just a star, a whole empress. You were sent here to heal a certain situation, and healing that certain situation meant that you had to get this little devil, this fucking bully. That's what it was. You had to wrestle this motherfucking bully. And they didn't know that your first cousin is karma. They didn't know that. They didn't know that you was here to give them their karma. And they was so confused. They didn't know that them going up against you was going to cause them a whole lot of grief. That they was going to be the ones out in the cold. They didn't know that God was going to give you everything that you needed for always, always and forever. I'm not even going to try and sing that song. Yes. Yeah, you, like I said, they had a choice. They chose to come in and try and fuck your shit up. Now they want to go to calmer waters, even though they've been seen to try and be this witch for a long time. This ain't the first time, this ain't the last time. But like I said, this the last time. I mean, this ain't the first time, but this is gonna be the last time. And like I said, now people want to see how they can't protect themselves. There's nothing they can do to hide in the shadows anymore. There's no protection. They have no protection because it's all out there. If anybody's protected, it's you. And everybody can see you're the one that's protected. They didn't see that that this investigation was going on and they was going to find out who did what. They didn't know that shit. And not just that, but they was sitting there lying on you, saying that you was doing shit when it was really them. Projecting on you. Projecting on you. Play on, player. Play on, player. Now everybody's sitting here watching their ass. And they're watching you. They watching you. And you know what? They swear up and down that you some type of, I'm hearing voodoo, hoodoo, doo-doo something. Like you type some type of hoodoo or voodoo, somebody. That ain't you. That's them. That's them. How they gonna sit here and call you some type of voodoo priestess and they coming to fucking with you? Ain't that stupid? Wouldn't that be just as dumb? Sitting there, oh, that's a voodoo priestess. Let's fuck with that person. You got to be all different types of stupid. All you are is happy, secure with yourself, want to live a happy life and tired of if people trying to come in and do this dumb shit. Because like I said, they come in, they do this old raw dog shit. You take care of it, and then it's time for you to go on to the next mission, next place. Yeah, somebody come sit here and say you was doing some shit, but they was fucking with you. That got to be the stupid. They got to feel stupid. See, these people are immature anyway. These people are immature because they had this immature plan that they never thought out, and then they want to come with some immature ass apology. These are young. These are people that are young up here. We want to say young. We don't want to say stupid because that sounds too mean. Slow is okay, but dumb is all right. Well, dumb and stupid, I guess, would probably be about the same thing. Well, let's just say that it was whenever that movie, when they was casting for that movie, Dumb and Dumber, the producers had a hard time picking out which one that they really wanted to go with, the true Dumb and Dumber or the two that were actors. And because they knew that they could coach the two that was actors, that's the only reason they went with them. But the Dumb and Dumber one, it was like, damn, we got the real thing over here, but they're not teachable. They're not teachable. So let's just go ahead and hire these two. What's the message? Right. Right, Miss Mahogany Drag. What's the message, Spirit? Yep. Now the truth is out. They don't know what to do. Now they want to try and the truth is out of what they tried to do, how they tried to control you, how they tried to lie about you. It's like, okay, well, y'all didn't think about, well, what if that shit don't work? No, they didn't. Like I said, the producers of that show had a hard time choosing who they really wanted to be the lead characters, the real thing or the actors. They went with the actors. What's the message, Spirit? I know that's right, Miss Mahogany Drag. Anything else from this deck, Spirit? Thank you. Yeah. Now they're trying to see how they can protect themselves. Like, what can we do? From them finding out all this information in the investigation. What can we do? Hey, Tia, how are you? Would you say, hopefully you haven't missed the tea? Well, if you just jumping on, there's like an hour and 12 minutes of tea you'd have missed, girl. What's the message, Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. Yep. Oh, somebody that's King of Cups. I feel like this is somebody that was kind of dragged in at the last part. This is the one that they said, yeah, you go ahead and get you some punches in. Go ahead and, if you want to sucker punch them while I got them on the ground in the headlock, go ahead. They ain't gonna know. They ain't gonna know. But now this person is stressed the fuck out that they even got involved. Oh, they stressed the fuck out that they even got involved because that ass is under investigation too. And see, this person want to come and really apologize to you and talk about your greatness and be like, is that a new cologne that you got on? Them new shoes. I like them shoestrings. I really do. You always seem to match and you're always so well put together. And, I really should have given you the benefit of the doubt. And yeah, I don't like them either. But I kind of felt pressured, Hey, love, Rose Supreme. How are you? You have a beautiful day too. Yeah, see, that was one of the ones who was in that group doing the shots fired. All trying to take down this Queen of Cups. Yep. Yeah, somebody jumped on that bandwagon. And as soon as they jumped on and they saw everything that was getting ready to go down, they wanted to jump back off. But they was too late by then. Because that bandwagon was like in full motion. That's like jumping out of a car that's doing 95 down the highway. Dangerous. Real dangerous. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Thank you. Yes. See, these people was coming up against you. All these people, Could have been 5 people coming up against you. They had no idea that you work for God. You was just stopping at their place of employment just to do your little mission, but you work for God. They had no clue. And they did not know that you was going to be the one to burn that shit down. I'm hearing that song. The roof, the roof, the roof is on fire. I love that song. Yes, honey. They didn't know that you was going to be the one that was let the motherfucker burn. Mm-hmm. We're going to pull some from the stack. Oh, okay. 2 of them. Oh my gosh. It's so fitting. Because these 2 are so small, but I keep them all in the same box. And I thought I was just getting these, but these came out. See, collective, we always surprise ourselves. And like I said, they lost to their own game and rules. That is so fitting and so funny. What else, Spirit? What else? Oh my goodness. Yes, on target, Sia. Yes, 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 yes. See, yeah, they didn't know that you was an earth angel. And not only did they have an ego death, but karma kicked their ass down the street. See, this was a secret lover or affair. They was doing this some shit. This whole group, they may not have been sleeping with each other. Maybe they was. We don't know. We don't even give a shit about that. But they was doing some shit in secret. And now they're trying to make it make sense. They trying to make it make sense. Like, damn, why did we? How did we? It's don't even, well, what? They're looking at the whole ringleader like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. We don't give a shit what you say. You got us into this. You got enough money for the rest to support us? Because we got families. And we about to lose. You about to lose your job. What else, Spirit? The plan fell apart. They could have been they started this shit about 10 years ago. You know, this was how they used to get their little jollies. Like they's trying to get their little rocks off. Oh, well. I'm telling you, karma grabbed them by their hair, which has taught them all to wear a low, like a one or a half one clippers, so that if they do something else stupid, karma can't grab them by the head and drag them down the street. Because she gonna make sure she go not just the long way around. She gonna go over the train tracks. She gonna go over the bumpy places. She gonna take the street that needs the construction. You know, hell, she may even go on the street that's in the middle of getting construction. But they threw obstacles in your way just so that you didn't succeed. And now everything, it makes sense that they was trying to do. Now it makes sense. Like I said, they was under investigation, but whenever you came and you told your part, that's when the company said, now it makes sense. See, and then that person that was always trying to fit in, it cost them dearly. All because somebody wanted to be vain, negative, toxic, and they was all had a miserable ass. You know, karma let all of them know that she will spiritually cut them motherfuckers. Yep. And their lies run deep. You know, and they all acted like children. So it's like you had to even go to their parents and let them know your child has to learn a big lesson about respect and honest dialogue. You saved your legacy. That's why the Most High favors you. That's why the Most High favors you. You wasn't even trying to go down that damn road until they took you down there. And see, they don't want you to know that they're guilty. You already know. You already know. You know? Fuck all that bullshit that they trying. What's the message, Spirit? What did I say earlier? They should have prayed instead of tried to play with you. That's what they should have did, because they didn't know that you was on fire. That's what that was. Thank you, Lightworker William. Thank you. And I'm gonna get one or two more cards, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Oops. That's more than one or two. See, somebody's finally growing a pair, and figuring out that they should have stood by themselves. See, somebody they was trying to get at you because they was trying to impersonate you. You know, they're starting to age quickly because all that stress that they was trying to put on you, that came back on them. I'm telling you, they tried to hold you back with their grimy asses. Yes, and they're getting what they deserve. Like I said, sometimes you got to play the fool to fool the fool who think they fooling you. All right, y'all. I'm going to leave it right there. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. I'll be back a little bit later. I actually have a doctor's appointment, physical therapy, and hopefully they won't kick my ass in physical therapy. But thank you so very much. I love you all. I will see you in a little bit, okay? All right. Bye now.